Sometimes when you're living on a sailboat, you might need to bring the mast down.
We're gonna use both of our masts as a crane.
Oh, she's getting a little tangled in Shock's rigging. Ah!
Bah! I think Larry sold us a lemon.
You don't know that.
Larry!
Hi, my name is Michael. This is my partner Joel and our sweet pup Lola. It's been a while since we lived aboard, but now we've returned to the sea. Subscribe to join us on this adventure.
These are the tales of Moab.
So we are living on a sailboat once again. It's been about 8 months and we're finally back here on Shock Mate. We're like not fully sustainable on the boat. This morning I had to go do dishes on land over by the marina sink because our water bags are full of gunk. We got those to go through. We got a couple other things on the to-do list, but hey, we got clean dishes, we're getting settled, things are falling into place.
The last job before we decided to move on the sailboat was a humongous fiberglass job. So Michael really pushed to get everything off the boat, which I think was a good idea. It's just a little overwhelming. So all the clothes, guitars, food storage, everything, took it off the boat, took it to the place that we were staying, went through everything and cleaned it well. Really good move. And then we just moved everything on the boat in one go. A marathon day, loaded it on here, and then woke up to a boat full of stuff. I have no idea how it's all gonna go somewhere, but it all came out of this boat. So we started, with the clothes. I still haven't found a place for my Green Man suit yet. Right now we're looking at 20 pairs of pants and shorts in this tiny little cubby. And the coolest thing about this is you can see every single article of clothing and you can get to it very easily. And that was not the case before we moved off the boat. So we're definitely picking up some hot tips and tricks. This one from Marie Kondo. Michael really loves to read all sorts of books, and she, I think, fell in love with the tidying book, The Magic of Tidying. Look, the shirts stand up on their own. That's really cool. This is only the beginning. We have so much to do today. We're going to try to get it all done, and we're going to give you a great idea of what it's like to live on a sailboat.
Every month, Dogs and Cats of the Dominican Republic does a free parasite clinic for all the dogs here in Luperon. Lots of locals bring their pets in and we administer anti-parasite medicine like this is ivermectin, and we get some for Lola too. So, time to take your medicine, Lola. Be a good girl. Oh, come here. Oh, I know it tastes terrible. Oh, good girl. Good girl. See, simple as that. And a little bit of a little bit of flea and tick stuff for her neck. All right, now she's good for another month. No poopy. Stay, Lola. Stay. Guard the boat, old girl. Stay here and guard the boat. We got a lot of good things planned for today, but we got to run a couple errands first. Epic shopping mission complete. Got some stuff at the box pack, got some stuff at the hardware store here, and now we're ready to head back to the boat.
Okay, we got an exciting day starting to take shape already. We just picked up a lot of stuff. Some notables here is a new fuel pump for the Outboard. We've been fighting with the Outboard for a while, just taking the carburetor apart, taking the fuel pump apart, change the spark plugs, just can't get that baby to run. So this we're hoping is gonna help. We got some wood glue for a project that has just begun. Got a bunch of hose clamps. This is really cool. These are stackable, looks like bowls. mixing bowls, measuring cups. New filter for the vacuum. All right, let's go.
So we have this neat little shelving unit back here in the V-berth, which in our infinite wisdom we thought would be a great place to put about 30 books. Well, it was not. And the whole thing came down while we were gone over the summer. Now we're gonna attempt to make a sweet little repair. It was glued together originally. Ooh, so that's what we got the wood glue for, but we're thinking we're gonna screw it together as well to add a bit more strength. This is our leaky water bag. It was all crammed down in there in the boat, and it had a couple of fatigue points where this material was creased. So we're going to make a patch on a couple spots that were leaking with this Hypalon dinghy patch kit. That should work just fine. Then we've also got this shelf that we tore out of the V-berth that we already attempted to repair kind of half-assed, but now we're gonna scrape it, we're gonna sand it, we're gonna acetone it, and we're gonna use some of this real high-quality wood glue. Now, one thing you gotta know about living on a sailboat is things fall apart. It's scientific, and it's exacerbated by living in a salt environment. So no matter what, you're gonna be fixing things constantly. Someone actually told me the other day that everything on your boat is broken. You just don't know it yet.
When you leave the old outboard sitting for a while, you're most likely gonna have some fuel issues. We had our ripcord also. This thing, every year we come back, this thing breaks from the sun. Hopefully we diagnose the problem correctly and this new fuel pump is gonna get us cruising once again. Bah! If you get frustrated easily, then sailboat life is definitely gonna bring that out in you. It brings it out in me almost daily. I tried to fix the outboard. I was excited to get that. That was one of the things, get it started, get it running. But alas, the fuel pump is installed, and then I hooked up the fuel tank and tried to pump some fuel into there so we can get it started, and I discovered that now this pump that's supposed to pull gasoline from the tank and feed it into the outboard, the pump has just mysteriously stopped working. So we'll have to go track one of these down and put this baby on the back burner and move on to another project.
Sometimes when you're living on a sailboat, you might need to bring the mast down. Fortunately, we've never yet found ourselves in that position, but today, some friends of ours are about to bring down a mast with 3 men, a couple halyards, and a plan. I don't know what that plan is. I don't know how this is gonna go.
That's time for me to interject, babe. Kevin is the owner of the boat. We're gonna try to pull his mast down. He read about this. He's never tried it. In theory, everything makes sense, but this is gonna be a first time for all of us. We're hoping it goes smooth, but maybe things get interesting.
Cross your fingers, guys, and hope that a mast doesn't just fall on our boat today.
We're gonna use both of our masts as a crane. We're just gonna tie our halyards to it and try to lift it up and then use manpower to lower it down.
Personally, I'm not seeing it yet. We'll just have to wait for the events to unfold. All right, so you can see they've tightened up on the halyards, and now they're just loosening all the shrouds on the mast that's getting pulled. All right, they've got it. It's free. It's coming down. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, she's getting a little tangled in Shock's rigging. Ah! There we go, here we go. Dang guys, I for one have never seen anything like that, and when it started going towards our boat, my heart started racing like, crap, what's gonna happen? But everything was fine. They just grabbed the nose and pulled it away, and now it's just laying on the boat like no big deal. The whole thing took probably less than 10-15 minutes. Wow. Okay, the mast on our friend's boat came down super smoothly, and we have one last project to finish today. Living on a sailboat. Most sailboats are gonna have a diesel engine. Ours hasn't run for 13 months. 13 months. And we just got a new battery, a new starting battery for it with, how many cold cranking amps, Joel? It was
850.
850. It's a big beastie battery.
Just a 12 volt.
We're hoping that's all we need. So we're gonna give it a go.
Up, fully charged.
Cross your fingers, guys. Who knows what might happen next.
Ooh, it's hot. It's real hot.
Alright, you're gonna turn the key, and I'm going to stay down here next to
Capture
our...
the madness. Just no matter what happens, we want everybody to see how it goes down. Just capture the whole thing.
This is our shutoff valve, and that's what I'm gonna be really close to, just in case.
3, 2, 1.
All right, back
We'll
to
be
the
back.
drawing board. All right, fuel priming lever that we did not know about. Could have been the issue.
Well, yeah, I think definitely she needed fuel. Chad heard it trying to start and thought it was close. Told us we should prime it, and we didn't even think we had a pump. And there it is. We don't know if it's working though, since we've actually never used it. It doesn't feel like it's working. Of course.
How's the exhaust look coming out?
When you're living on a sailboat, you're gonna have fellow cruisers like Chad who hear you trying to turn your engine over, and they just hear it and they roll over, give you some awesome advice, help you get through that issue you're working on. That happens all the time. You're also gonna get cruisers who happen to have some epic equipment that they don't need anymore, like this 1,000 watt Honda generator. Yep, and when you're in the right place at the right time, you gotta execute. And we executed, and we got this baby at I think a pretty good deal. He was pretty hard bargainer. We had our bargain, and he killed us on the bargain. But still, I'm not gonna tell you what we paid for it.
We met in the middle.
We met in the middle. Okay, I'll tell you what we paid for it. We paid $600 US for this. And he said he paid $1,300 for it. I believe him. We looked them up on Amazon. They're $850 new, but then you got to ship it here. And that's going to cost a lot of money for us where we're at and a lot of time. So all in all, I think it was a pretty good deal. She looks great, and she runs very silent.
I know you want to hear just how quiet this thing purrs.
Michael?
Did you open up the fuel?
Yeah, fuel's open. I just closed the choke. She's still working some bad fuel out of the system. But he assured us it was gonna run great. Come on, baby. Michael, tool me.
What kind of tool? What do you need?
Well, I was gonna test it out, but I think we need to run it for a sec. Michael, demonstration, please. Demonstration. We lost her.
Apparently not.
She just... I think Larry sold us a lemon. That's gonna happen when you're living on a sailboat.
You don't know that.
Larry, I'm sorry. I misread the choke button. I think I was trying to run the vacuum on choke. I don't think you sold us a lemon. Wait. Maybe we're just working some bad fuel out of it.
Alright guys, well there you have it. That is basically a day in the life of living on a sailboat. And basically it's gonna be a huge battle. At least it is for us. That's what we're noticing. Hopefully you're up for the challenge, because you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose a lot, but you're just gonna keep fighting and battling that entropy until eventually it's more maintenance and it's less solving problems. It's just catching up with them.
And we've met people who have spent a lot more money up front, who have a lot more funds rolling in on a monthly basis, and it still is more or less the same kind of battle that they're having. So don't think that, well, it's just because you have such a low budget.
Or an old boat.
We know people with new boats. It seems to be across the board, whether you're spending $1 million or $100.
This is what it's like, living on a sailboat. And I think you'd be bored if it was 100% perfect all the time anyway, right? Would you be bored?
No, I'd probably just play a lot of chess. I'd be pretty excited, actually. I'm being honest.
You'd be a little bored.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, today we won, I'd say like 3 out of 6. As far as we had a plan, we from start to finish completed it. That doesn't happen to us hardly ever.
Hardly ever. Yeah, that's a rare occasion.
We're about to attempt to move our boat from the dock to a mooring ball. That could get interesting.
Yeah.
And in the meanwhile, we're going to work the generator out. The outboard has been a battle for like 3 weeks. I think we're narrowing that down.
Yeah, hopefully that outboard's going to come around for us. But then, after we get out to a mooring ball, we're going to start looking to take her out to do those shakedown sails that we've been talking about.
Thank you for watching.
We'll see you next week.
These are the tales of Moab.
Over here. Over here. Come on, Willie. Pay attention. Focus.
Moab! Lola dipped.
How come you're so quiet?